In talking about the Ellis Island name change myth, I got a really good question in the comments. What if they traveled through Europe before going over? Would it have happened in, say, the UK departures rather than on Ellis Island? So, yes, the point of departure for somebody would have their name recorded, and the person taking that information would be in the language of the port of origin. So if you have a family from Slovakia and they leave through Hamburg, Germany, it's a German writing down their name, often just the way they hear it phonetically in German. Now, mind you, this is still not a legal name change. Like the Matichek family from Slovakia does not have to go by the new name that was kind of written a little bit weirdly phonetically by the Germans when they arrive in America. That's not a thing. They can use whatever name they want. This is just getting from point A to point B. So had they left from any port, the name on the departure list would have been written by a native speaker from that port, and then those people would have it just matched at their port of entry in their new place, be it Canada or be it Boston, be it Baltimore, any of those places. Now, keep in mind, there can be a lot of different variations of names. And one that I see a lot is like Lithuanian and Latvian names. Sometimes they will have a Polish or a Russian variation, and sometimes people do emigrate with that name, even though that's not, the name that they were born with. And then they change it to something Lithuanian, Latvian sounding, or even just like Smith or Jones after they arrive. And I also see this a lot with people that were part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. So if you've got, trying to think of an example off the top of my head, but if you've got some people from Slovakia, when they're under Austro-Hungarian rule, their names might be translated into Hungarian or into German, and they might emigrate under that name. So you just have a plethora of different names to try, and that's kind of part of the fun, is to figure out if this is truly a person, because there are so many different variables. But the one constant is, after they emigrated, they can use whatever name they want. No one's forcing any name changes.